It is with great sorrow that I come to you today. Our extraplanetary satellites have detected a stellar object of considerable size. NASA identified this object as an asteroid, a piece of debris left over from the formation of our solar system that floated innocently until it was disturbed by another celestial body. And now it plummets towards us. I wish I could tell you that we possess the technology to prevent this catastrophe. I wish I could tell you that all of our hard work has yielded some answer to this problem. However, that just isn't the case. The present course of the asteroid places its impact in the northern Pacific Ocean, where it will produce a tidal wave 300 feet high, traveling at 5 times the speed of sound. After 40 minutes, the Hawaiian Islands will be completely submerged, and within half an hour it will make landfall on the shores of California. Although it will lose some speed at that point, it will continue for another 900 miles, stopping just beyond the Rocky Mountains. In addition, the asteroid's impact will bring about a cloud of dust that will disperse itself through the atmosphere and effectively prevent sunlight from reaching the surface of the Earth. Within 4 months, 90% of the floral population will die off, and in 7, animal and human life will follow the same fate. At this moment, we walk as one people into the valley of death, but there is still hope. Subterranean structures in the Atlantic Ocean have been built to house up to 3 million people for at least 3 years. With this, we hope that some part of us will continue to live. There will be a random lottery to...
What a bunch of nonsense. Random lottery. If this is the end, then let it end, for God's sake.
What is it, Mom?
It's over. It's all over.
What do you mean it's all over?
The world's about to end, and everything we've done's been for nothing.
Can't NASA or someone else do something?
That old relic, they couldn't even get the moon landing right, so they had to fake it in a Hollywood set. It's nothing but It allowed us to venture out beyond our small window facing the universe and see it in a new way. It brought about an age of exploration.
Space exploration? Why did we need to explore space?
It presented a new challenge for us as we pushed ourselves to find what we could achieve when we strived to reach our fullest potential. It became a new type of manifest destiny, where once we sought to conquer land and resources, we then sought to gain as much knowledge about the universe as we could. An amazing undertaking. It was a waste of money. $1 billion on fuel? Here you go. $200,000 for a seat on a Russian rocket? There. How about we crash a robot into the moon to see what it looks like? All when we could have been spending money on other stuff. The amount we spent on the space programs pales in comparison to what we've gained technologically. The solutions we found to problems in space could be applied on Earth as well. However, that might have been the problem. People became obsessed with the tangible, and couldn't see beyond whatever physical objects they thought they might have been entitled to.
What is there beyond the tangible? How can people be expected to accept what cannot be seen?
Well, people believe in liberty and freedom. Those certainly aren't tangible.
Space exploration offered inspiration. I remember reading about the space shuttle program and how much it meant to people. It gave them a newfound hope and led to renewed interest in science and technology.
But when the shuttle stopped going up, it was all over. That was the final nail in the coffin.
What are you talking about? There were still rockets going up and satellites floating around up there.
That wasn't NASA. It was private companies. When NASA turned its sights to larger goals like asteroids and Mars, someone had to take the lighter tasks.
Being that NASA was preoccupied with sending humans into deep space, they no longer had the resources for projects closer to home that people were used to seeing. The agency had very few options outside of incorporating the private sector to enhance their efforts.
Absolutely nothing. The whole thing was a waste of time. The sun goes up, it goes down. The moon does the same thing. That's it. What is there to look for? Answers. They sought answers. Not only to their own scientific music, but to all of our questions. Where did we come from? How did the universe come to be? And is there life elsewhere in the universe?
We now know that answer all too well.
And while they were out there hunting ET and sending billions of dollars of scrap metal into orbit, people died. And for what?
The needs of the many don't always overshadow the needs of the few. The world doesn't work that way. How can we measure the loss of human life, even against goals such as those?
They were heroes that gave their lives for something greater than themselves. They didn't commit to this cause out of vanity, but because they believed that we belonged in space. Something more lay in wait beyond our sky. Fear, like gravity itself, didn't have to hold us on the ground. We shouldn't be afraid to take risks. We shouldn't be afraid to explore the unknown. It was all just a pipe dream in the first place, one that I'm damn glad we grew out of. That stuff only belongs in movies. If we were ever meant to fly, we'd have wings. If we were meant to be in space, we wouldn't have to try so hard to go up there and risk life and limb to stay there. Meanwhile, everything up there is trying to kill us.
Giving up on that dream is what's killed us all. Nothing is going to be able to save us from short-sightedness. By not paying more attention to space exploration, we were unable to see destruction before it was right in front of us. And now there's nothing we can do about it. And I'm scared.
I know. So am I.
And it's because we encouraged space exploration that we were able to save our world.
Yes, and it's also why we're able to make our way to our new home.
Commander Nara, please report to operations.
Sounds like we've made it.
Commander Nara,
I'd
operations.
say so. Mayflower, discontinue simulation.
The American heart and spirit are encompassed by space exploration. More than a sense of adventure or a thirst for knowledge, it is having the bravery to rise to the challenge. A challenge we answer with the same ingenuity that Edison used to banish the darkness forever. The same perseverance that allowed us to take flight. It is a challenge that, due to its sheer size, we know we cannot face ourselves. This task was bestowed upon us by a previous generation, and we will pass it to our children to continue in our stead. We take with us only what we leave behind as we journey into the future. With all of this in mind, how can we afford not to support space exploration?